Hello, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is I've Got Guts, a podcast about living and thriving with chronic illness.
And all the things that take guts to say out loud.
We're here to talk about the hard stuff, the stuff that's messy, complicated, and often left unsaid.
From chronic illness to everyday life, we're creating space for honest conversations, real connection, and a lot of laughs along the way.
And just so we're clear, we are not medical professionals. We're just two best friends sharing what we've learned and what we're still figuring out.
So you don't have to do it alone.
Hello.
Everyone.
Welcome back.
We're so happy you're here with us today. I am currently sitting in a chair and Room is laying on a bed.
Yep.
We got post-surgery Room over here. And I feel like it's fitting for you to kick us off with a little update, Room, on how you're feeling post-surgery, how the surgery went. I know so many listeners have been reaching out.
I know.
We love you guys so much and just really feeling the support.
So many amazing messages from people. And if I haven't gotten back to you yet, I am sorry. It has been a whirlwind of a couple of days. I'm doing better. I'm still in a lot of pain, though. They really don't do a good job of like making this surgery out to be how intense it really is. I wouldn't call it like just a mild surgery. It's pretty intense surgery.
Yeah. I mean, how many incisions do you have?
I have 3.
You have 3 incisions, pretty decent sized ones.
Pretty decent size.
And they were like internally like getting it done in there.
They were getting it done in there.
You didn't lose an organ or anything like that, but they were still in there. Tell us what happened once they got in.
For everyone that was following along, it was a exploratory laparoscopy for endometriosis. They did end up finding endometriosis, which I keep getting asked this question, like, how do you feel? And it's weird to explain. Half of me feels relieved to have an answer, but the other half of me is really angry that I haven't known about this for a lot longer. You know? It's kind of a weird space to live in. But it's stage 1, which is good news. That means that's the lowest stage of endometriosis you can have. And it was mostly on the front of my uterus, the back of my uterus, and my left ovary. And they did remove it. We just don't have a ton of information on how they removed it. So we don't know if they used mostly ablation or a mix of ablation and excision.
No, ablation is burning off, whereas excision is cutting out.
Yes.
So they did get rid of it. You're just not sure exactly the method they used.
And I'm feeling a little jealous. I gotta be honest. I'm on all these like endometriosis support groups and I see all these people post their like post-surgery reports, and it's literally like this detailed breakdown of everything they did, everything they found, pictures of what it looked like, how they got rid of it. And Anthony and I are just like, well, we don't really know. I guess I'll wait until I talk to the doctor on the 19th.
Which is just, I said that to you too. I thought that was kind of bizarre. I mean, Anthony did take copious notes.
Yeah, he did really
nice
good.
Bullet points of exactly what the doctor said in person. But you're right. Like it's a highly emotionally charged moment, right? You're just waking up from surgery. He's been waiting for you. Doctor comes in.
The doctor never talked to me. He went and talked to Anthony in the waiting room. I never saw the doctor after my surgery.
Really?
That was a first.
Okay, that is
normally,
a first.
Even though you're coming out of anesthesia, the doctor tells you in front of your loved one, you know?
Right. Together. Yeah. So he went to
Anthony.
And then told Anthony there.
Yeah.
And then never handed you like any type of post-op
directions, but no like.
But not like, here's what we did.
No.
So you will find this out though when you speak with him on the phone, which is
the 19th.
The 19th. So you still have a little bit of time. Today is what is today? The 8th? The 9th? Or when you guys are listeing, it should be the
10th. I don't know what day it is.
We don't even know what day it is. Too many days in this week. So surgery, though, itself was a success in terms of you're feeling good right now, except for the level of pain that you're trying to manage.
Yes.
Which is really frustrating.
Really frustrating.
I gotta say, though, you look okay. So I came to visit you the day it happened.
No, the day
after. I come over and Room, it looks like she's glowing. I'm like, are you wearing makeup? She's like, no. I'm like, you look fantastic. You would never know. She's wearing this adorable zip-up nightgown.
I look like my grandma.
You really do like a great Grandma Ann. We love you. We miss you. You're channeling all the Grams vibes over here.
Yeah, I got to.
But you look so great. And I know the pain has been really tough, but I mean, as to be expected. And I think a lot of times too is you just don't realize how much they cut through just to get in there, right? Yeah. All those layers.
Plus, they either burned the endometriosis off or they took it out. Either way, that's a hurty situation to be left with.
100%. Rome. Well, I'm looking forward to your conversation with your doctor so you can have some more answers and, move forward. But this makes so much sense. Think about like all the times you had symptoms, right? That you thought were digestive gastroparesis, acid reflux. Maybe a part of it was that sneaky endometriosis.
I'm telling you, my last period, I was sitting there one day with Anthony and I looked at him and I just go, I think that if most people experienced the level of pain that I did, they'd be in the hospital. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? You see me sitting here right now and I look fine. I'm suffering on the inside. I think I deal with a lot more pain than I actually is normal or know or
right.
Like we've normalized it. And I hate that we've normalized it.
Yeah. And it's like almost in a way, I feel like this is kind of validating, right? Getting this answer because it's like, okay, now you're kind of connecting the dots. Now things are kind of making a little bit more sense. And maybe this is why your pain level has been so crazy these last couple months, weeks, years, right?
And my dad said to me, he's like, if you think you've had this your whole life, how come you didn't really have symptoms? I was like, well, because they slapped me on birth control, which masks it.
Right.
And the second we started trying to have a baby is when I stopped taking birth control. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, something's not right here.
Right. So crazy. So crazy. But at least we got some answers.
We do have some answers.
And I can't wait for you to talk to the doctor.
I know. Next steps. Everybody wants to know what the next steps are. I'm dying just as much as the rest of you to know. So once I know, I'll let you know.
We don't know. We're waiting alongside you. All right, Rome. Well, thank you for the update. Yeah. Let's get into our thorns and roses this week.
What do you want to start with?
Let's start with our roses because I'm still smiling about mine.
Oh, what's your rose?
I had gluten-free lobster bisque soup.
Okay, that's life-changing.
Like so good. And we went to Joey's Pasta House. Mm-hmm. My parents took us out to dinner to thank us for watching their dog Sophie while they were in Florida. So we had a delicious dinner. So in the Find Me Gluten-Free app, the celiacs have been raving about Joey's Pasta House and how safe it is and how delicious the pasta is. So we had an amazing experience. I got the lobster bisque. We all did. Connor and I usually share the lobster bisque. Not today.
No,
I got my own bowl.
Yep.
And then I had a gorgonzola cream sauce situation over pasta with like mushrooms and artichokes. It was life-changing. I could only have 3 bites, but
it's lasted you for days now.
It's going to last me forever. And then I was really struggling to get some food down, which kind of is my thorn this week. My esophagus is not cooperating very well. And afterwards, I was like, well, more wine is not where it's at. I'm like, you know what? Can I get a cup of coffee? So I did Irish coffee, and the warmth and, of course, a little Bailey's in there helped to kind of soothe it a little bit after my couple of bites.
Good to know.
So, yes. So I highly recommend, if you are gluten-free, checking out Joey's Pasta House.
Yeah,
because
I haven't been there in forever. I don't think Anthony's ever been there.
And it's so cozy. Like, it's such a cozy, cute place. We've gone in the summer before. They have a really nice, little outdoor deck area, too. And it's right in Penfield. It was really good.
Yeah,
so
I might have to go there.
I'm still literally, I don't think I'll probably eat for another day or two. But when I'm ready to, I'm diving back into those leftovers. All right, Rome, you've got so much going on lately. So what was your rose?
My rose is like how thoughtful everyone in my life is. And how much people have just shown up for me. I mean, you surprised me with my favorite drink ever the other day, which was so nice.
Oh, you're so welcome. This is a really new, interesting place too.
I know. It's like flavored club soda. I don't know how else to describe it, but it is a hit in the town that I work in. And I crave their drinks on like a daily basis. So Room brought me one of those. And then Connor, he made me the cutest card.
He did a pop-up emoji card.
It was so cute.
He really struggled picking something. I had to give him some guidance there. It has to be just right for you.
I love that he like put so much thought into it. And he's like, it has to be perfect. And I love that he wanted to come and visit me.
Yes. Yeah, but didn't you notice though, like when we came and then he's sitting like near you, but like nervous, like he's going to break you or something?
I know. Right before you guys came, I was like getting up and down. I said to Anthony, I'm like, hurry up and sit me down before Connor gets here because I don't want him to see how much it hurts me to like sit
move.
down.
Yeah.
But then my friend Jamie sent me this Lego set. It's a Lucky Bamboo Lego set, so I'll have something to do next week. And my coworkers got me a Grubhub gift card. And our friend Tiffany from college, I haven't even seen Tiffany in forever. She sent me a Grubhub gift card. It's just like, and then the messages from everybody, like making sure I'm okay. What can we do to help you? It's just, it has lifted me up so much. I mean, you know, like when you come out of surgery, you're kind of in a little bit of a dark place.
Yes.
But it has really like just made my day to see everybody's messages and get these little thoughtful gifts from them. And it's really just, it meant a lot to both Anthony and I.
Yeah. Oh, I love it, Room. It's so amazing.
And can we just talk about Anthony for a minute?
Yeah.
He's a champ.
He's like Nurse Anthony.
He is full-fledged nurse. He made the most delicious lunch yesterday.
Ooh, what was it?
Crock-pot tortellini soup.
Ooh.
It was delicious. And then he's just been taking care of me, blow drying my hair, washing my hair, changing my socks for me when they get a little wet.
Oh, there you go. This is his time to shine.
Time to shine.
Because really, the only other surgery you've had while you've been together, and that was rough. It was a bit of a rough one.
He's getting up every time I have to pee in the middle of the night. He's getting up to help me. Like he's really been a trooper through all of this.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing when you have someone who can literally walk you through this dark time, because it is a dark time. You were literally in so much pain, healing your body, and your mind's got a lot of places to go.
Oh, yes, it does.
So having that supportive spouse is so important. Yeah. Yes. Well, I got to compliment Anthony too. His communication skills prior, during, and after your surgery are top notch. His note-taking skills, fantastic. I was like, yes. I go, Sean, this is what it looks like to report out after a surgery.
Well, he said, he goes, I got nervous. I wasn't supposed to send out all the details to everyone. I'm like, nope, you did the right thing.
Perfect. Yes, we want to know, and less for you to have to report on when you're groggy under anesthesia. Yes. I mean, I talked to you when you guys were driving home, and you were a little cracked out.
Just a little.
You're like, there are so many bumps in this road. There are too many bumps on this thruway.
I was so mad about that. Oh my God, I might have said some really mean things about the people who have created this pothole situation, what I would do to them so they could experience the level of pain that I experienced on that ride home.
Oh my God. And you had a long ride home because you did your surgery was in Syracuse, which is a good hour and a half ride. I mean, post-surgery, those bumps hurt.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And I was queasy. Oh God, just so much.
Oh, well, I'm just so happy to see you on the other side of this, laying here in this bed. You literally look like Princess in the Pea.
I know.
Like, she's like higher up than me on this bed. We have to take a picture to share with everybody on social media this week. So that was your
rose.
That was your rose.
Thorns.
Okay.
What's your thorn?
Oh, gosh. I feel like my thorn is just an ongoing long one.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like a 5-episode thorn now.
I want to say it's grown to about 12 inches long, this thorn.
It's one of those long-stemmed roses.
And it's like getting real like gnarly at the end and starting to curl.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's my esophagus. I am just in a tough spot. It's really hard. Food is not going in, and having alcohol before every meal is just not a way to live.
When's your stretching?
February 18th. So
it's still like a week and a half.
I'm coming up on it. But it's just like, it's like wearing on me. I'm just like right now, my esophagus is like in just so much pain. It's aching just from eating last night, pasta. But I have to get food in me. I have to get fuel in me. And yes, can I do, the smoothies and the this and the that? But you know what? Part of me is like stubborn. I'm like, I want to eat like everybody else. So I go to dinner and I do it. And it was so delicious.
But honestly, lobster bisque soup is easy. And that's a great soup to have.
It was really good. And then the pasta was very soft. I just have to go slow. And it's just, my esophagus is just overworked. So what's really interesting is when I went to look in my chart, it says usually says EGD balloon dilation.
Yeah.
This said a savory dilation.
Oh, what? Savory?
Savory. I go, what's this? So I messaged my thoracic surgeon. She's like, oh, it's just a way for Dr. Jones to code it, because when they get in there, she can have the option to do a balloon dilation or do the savory one. She didn't really break it down. She said she'll kind of explain more in person, but I did do a quick Google.
Yeah.
And it's just basically like more of just like a long tube that they put in to use. And I think there's magnets of some sort or something in there to do stretching. So just yet another type of way to stretch your esophagus.
Wow.
Not normally for people with achalasia, but I think she wants to have the option.
Yeah,
considering the balloon dilation worked in October, but it was October 30th. And here I am on February.
Struggling.
On the
and
struggle
you've been
bus.
Struggling for about a month.
Yeah. So okay. So it almost reminds me of those brushes that you clean baby bottles with the bristles. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
There.
Get it in there and get it open. Let's do that.
Oh,
so that's my thorn. A long one. What about yours, Rom?
My thorn is just surgery recovery. I'm not cut out for it. Yeah. I'm in so much pain. Like, I can make it through a certain chunk of time, and then it hits so hard. Like standing, sitting, bending, all hurt so much. And I know this is just like, my body takes longer than other people's heal, but this is also the point where that becomes really frustrating because not everybody understands that.
Yes, I know. And when you think about it too, it's just... What's nice about the surgery is that, each day you are going to get better, right? Because you're healing. But the days leading up to that are so painful and so hard. And everybody listening who has a chronic illness, our bodies literally take double, if not triple time to recover. It's just our bodies do not work the same as a normal human. So add that on top. This is a thorny thorn for you.
Yeah, definitely. I said yesterday, the sensation, the best way I could describe it is I could feel my uterus had a heartbeat or something. I felt it throbbing inside of me.
Oh, that's the worst. Your poor baby uterus.
I know. It's been through so much.
Well, getting your body all ready, because before you know it, you're going to get a baby in there.
That's right.
Get her in there and get her done.
I keep telling everybody, this is hard, but every time I get stuck in my head about how hard this is, I'm like, nope, this is bringing me one step closer to my baby.
Yes.
So...
Well, Rome, all the good vibes that each day you get a little bit better, and before we know it, you'll be back to work.
Yes.
Moving and grooving. And we'll have a plan for you.
We'll have a plan. That's the most important part.
Exactly.
All right.
Before we get into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, Cozy Earth. And an important heads up.
Cozy Earth is actually lowering their base prices in March, which is amazing, but it also means our discount is changing.
Right now, you can still get 41% off with our code IGG, but that ends February 28th. After that, the discount drops to 21%.
Yes, but no matter what, it's the best deal out there that you can get still.
Yes. If you've been thinking about upgrading your sleep, now is the time. Their bamboo sheets are insanely soft and temperature regulating, towels feel like a spa, and the loungewear is the best.
Plus, they offer a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, so there's really no risk. Go to Cozy Earth and use code IGG to get 41% off through February 28th. Your nervous system will thank you. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So this This one's an important episode, I think. I think it's going to hit home for a lot of people.
I agree.
So there's a strange and exhausting reality that comes with living with a chronic or invisible illness, and it's this constant feeling of not being believed, being told directly or indirectly, it's all in your head, or worse, feeling like you have to prove that you're sick enough to deserve understanding, accommodations, or basic compassion.
And the irony is, yes, some of it is in our head, but not in the way people think. It's in our head because we've been through so much, because our nervous systems have learned to anticipate pain, flares, symptoms, and setbacks, because fear, the next flare, is learned, not imagined.
Exactly. There's a huge difference between something being psychological and something being imagined. And people with chronic illness live right at that intersection every single day.
But today, we really want to talk about what happens when doctors don't listen, when systems don't listen, and when workplaces don't listen, and how that forces people like us into impossible positions.
Yeah. I think we have to talk about doctors first, because for so many of us, the first place we're not believed isn't work, it's medicine. It's being told, your labs are normal. Your scans look fine. You're young. You're stressed. You're anxious.
Heard them all.
Yeah.
It's sitting in an exam room trying to explain something you feel every day in a body you live with, and being met with a shrug or a prescription for anxiety or the suggestion to try some yoga.
And what that teaches you, slowly and quietly, is to doubt yourself, to minimize your symptoms before they're even spoken out loud, to stop trusting your own body because the people who are supposed to understand it don't.
I cannot tell you how many people with chronic illness have the same story. Years of being dismissed until something finally shows up on a scan or a test, and suddenly the tone changes. Suddenly, it's real. Suddenly, they believe you. Shocker.
Shocker. But that damage is already done, because now you don't just have an illness, you have medical trauma. You walk into appointments braced for disappointment. You over-prepare. You bring notes. You rehearse what you're going to say so you don't sound too emotional.
And that's the cruelest part. We're expected to advocate for ourselves in systems that already decided we're exaggerating. To stay calm while being dismissed, to be polite while being disbelieved.
Yeah. Being gaslit by medicine doesn't just delay diagnosis, it changes your relationship with your body, your voice, and your sense of safety, and that doesn't show up on any test.
And we just want to point out, this isn't just our story. Research shows that women are significantly more likely than men to be misdiagnosed, and on average, we wait almost 4 years from the first symptom to an accurate diagnosis. Much longer than men. That literally is insane.
How long did it take you to get a celiac diagnosis?
17 years.
Exactly. Exactly. Even conditions that affect millions, like endometriosis, can go undiagnosed for 8 years or more. In autoimmune diseases, women often see multiple doctors and still aren't believed at first. And these delays aren't because we're imagining our symptoms, they're because medicine has historically treated male bodies as the default, and anything that doesn't look like that is too often dismissed or minimized.
And the thing is, it doesn't stop in the doctor's office. It doesn't magically end once you finally get a diagnosis. The disbelief just changes locations. It starts in exam rooms where you're told you're anxious, dramatic, sensitive, stressed, or hey, you just need to manage your mindset. And then it follows you into your job, because once you've spent years being taught that your pain has to be proven, you carry that lesson with you.
You do. You learn to over-explain, to bring receipts, to anticipate doubt before anyone even says it out loud. So when your workplace asks why you need time off, or why your attendance isn't consistent, or why you're using accommodations, it hits a nerve that's already raw. It's not just an HR conversation, it's a continuation of the same story. Convince us your body is really struggling.
That literally kills me to my core. And, we're told to advocate for ourselves medically, but no one prepares us for how exhausting it is to keep advocating everywhere else too. To leave one system that doesn't believe you and walk straight into another one that doesn't either. Different building, same disbelief.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm getting fired up right now. I feel like I'm anger and inside out. I feel like I have like flaming hair right now.
I just looked up and your eyes look real crazy and you had like one eyebrow arched.
It's true. And I do actually want to share something personal because I know that I'm not alone in this. I live with gastroparesis. It's very well managed, but it's still there. I still have flares. I still have days where my body just completely lets me down. And because of that, I never get the luxury of stocking up time off. I don't have sick days rolling over year after year. Every single year, my personal time, sick time, and family emergency time gets used, not because I'm careless or irresponsible, but because I'm sick. Like my personal time has never been used for a personal day. It's because I'm sick.
Right.
Family emergency. The family emergency is myself.
Actually, another emergency here in this body.
And recently, while going through IVF, which is physically and emotionally demanding on its own, I had to request time from the sick bank. And I was told, well, you use all of your time every year. Can you explain why? And just like that, I had to explain myself again. And I've worked here for years. I have a doctor's note on file stating that I have a condition that causes intermittent flare-ups or absences. This is not new information, and yet I had to justify my existence again. I didn't get graphic. I didn't say I throw up uncontrollably or I can't stop going to the bathroom or I pass out and lose my vision for hours because who wants to say that at work?
Right.
So instead, I said like the sanitized version. My illness prevents me from physically being able to come to work sometimes. And still that wasn't enough.
And that just frustrates me so much hearing that. It really, really does. And, everything you just said, Room, is such a key point. People with invisible illnesses are constantly forced to translate their reality into language that feels acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
And, I can connect with the sick days as well. Every year I strategize about my sick days, never knowing what the year will hold for me medically. Many teachers that I know build up to 20, 30, 40 sick days. I am so jealous.
I know people who have hundreds.
I know. It's insane. And to have that safety net would be such a blessing. That's not my reality, though. I do my very best to manage the days I have, and I'm so grateful for a sick bank that I can access if, God forbid, I run out. And when I had my hyaluromyotomy surgery for my achalasia, it was a tough year of tests, days I couldn't get out of bed. There wasn't enough, literally, of my own sick days left by the time I had surgery. And I was so grateful for the sick bank and my access to it. Mm-hmm. I work in a district where they do truly understand my chronic disease and are incredibly understanding. I don't know why I'm getting emotional.
Because you've been there for a long time.
I've been there for a long time, and I really, really appreciate how wonderful everyone is towards me, not just my staff, like the teachers, but my administration. And they're really incredible humans, and they get it. And it means a lot. And I didn't think I was going to start crying about this. Now I can't say. But, anytime, let's say I'm out for 3 days or more in a row for whatever, just feel the need to go and get a doctor's note to explain. They aren't asking me. It's not required. Yeah. They trust me. But I think I've built that trust over these 20 years. You know what I mean? And I think that's what really helps them to just be so supportive because I am so transparent and I'm so honest with what I have going on. But there is a part of me that wants just to deepen their trust even more. And that's why I keep doing it. I'll go to my principal and I'll be like, here's my note for why. He's like, Laura, I didn't ask. You don't need to be giving me a note. Yeah. I'm like, but please just take this note. Okay, I got you a note. I just want you to take the note. I want you to take the note. And it just brings me a sense of peace that, I don't know, I'm really being as transparent as possible. And it makes me feel validated too,
Yeah. I switched jobs more than you in the last several years.
Yes, you very different story.
The very first place I worked, the very first school I worked at, they had a policy where you couldn't, if you were out, you couldn't be out again for 6 weeks.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's just like anyone with any chronic illness can't work there.
Yeah, you can't work there. And then the next place I worked at was wonderful. Anytime I was over my sick days for the allotted sick days for the year, I just had my doctor write a note and they gave me time from the sick bank. And where I work now, they have given me time from the sick bank in the past, but it's like this arduous process of proving myself over and over again. So this time when I asked for it, I was told that I couldn't access more time because the sick bank was meant for continuous catastrophic leave, not intermittent days. And I remember thinking, but my illness is catastrophic. Going through IVF is catastrophic. It's just not continuous. Thank freaking God.
Oh my God, right? That'd be torture.
And why is that distinction used to deny support? Why does suffering only count if it looks a certain way? Why does illness have to be visible, linear, and uninterrupted to be believed? I bust my butt at my job. I am dedicated, and I do not take being out lightly, and yet I'm made to feel like I'm abusing the system simply because my body doesn't follow a predictable schedule.
In this room, this, exactly what you just said, is why people with invisible illnesses feel the need to go out of their way to look sick, to over-explain, to bring stacks of paperwork, to disclose intimate details they shouldn't have to prove pain. Because if we don't, we're doubted. And if we do, we're labeled difficult or dramatic. And this is also why conversations around things like the gut-brain connection becomes so tricky.
Absolutely. And the gut-brain connection is real. The nervous system matters. Trauma, stress, and fear absolutely influence symptoms. But acknowledging that does not mean that our illness is made up. It does not mean we're imagining it, and it should never be used as a reason to dismiss us. People are afraid to talk about this openly because they worry the wrong person will hear it and say, see, it's all psychological.
It's all in your head.
Right. But we should be able to talk about the full picture, body and brain, without it diminishing what we experience when we are sick. Two things can be true at the same time. Our illness is real and physical, and our nervous system has been impacted by living with it. That doesn't make us weak. It just makes us human.
Right. So the question becomes, how do we do better? How do we support people who are capable, dedicated, intelligent, hardworking, but live with bodies that sometimes betray them, right? I think about Tori, who we just had on a couple of episodes ago, and she has, oh my goodness, cystic fibrosis, right?
Yeah.
And she literally is unable to hold a 9-to-5 job, a regular job, due to her, her illness. So
I think about the fact we want to work.
Yes, we want to work.
We could, there are people living in our shoes who are like, no, I'm not going to do it. I can't. And I think of all my, so many people that I'm coaching right now with gastroparesis who are like, I'm out of work, I'm on a temporary leave, or I had to retire early. We want to work. It's not that we don't. It's
right. And that's what's so hard. It's like, we love our jobs. We enjoy doing what we do. We're grateful to have these jobs and we want to go. It's like,
and we shouldn't have our illnesses stop us. We're trying to overcome that.
Right. Exactly. So when we think about it, what we really need is we need workplace policies that recognize intermittent disability, HR systems that don't re-traumatize employees through constant justification.
Amen. I feel like I'm like
medical professionals who listen without dismissing.
Yes.
Language that validates without minimizing, and space for people to be honest without fear of punishment.
Yes.
Because people like us don't want special treatment. We want fair treatment. We want to work. We want to contribute. We just need systems that recognize reality, not just optics.
Yes. And if you're listening to this and thinking, yeah, this is my life, we want you to know that you are not alone. You're not exaggerating. You're not abusing the system, and you're not broken. Invisible does not mean imaginary. Intermittent does not mean insignificant. And being impacted doesn't mean being incapable. Your experience is real, and you deserve to be believed.
And if you're listening to this and you don't live with chronic illness, maybe you're a manager or a partner, a friend, a doctor, an HR rep, a family member, this part is for you. For all the others
listening
out there,
ears.
turn them on. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Exactly.
I love that saying. The most important supportive thing you can do is not demand proof, not ask for more details, not look for inconsistencies. It's to believe first, to trust, to assume good intent. I just love the idea of just knowing that people are doing the best they can and assume that they have good intentions, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And if you go through life thinking that, you assume that everyone has the best intentions, it just shifts things for you. It really does. And, to understand that most people with invisible illness are already overperforming just to appear normal.
That's a big one.
It is.
I don't think people realize how much it takes for us to get through a day.
Exhausting. Exhausting. And if someone says, I'm not okay today, the right response isn't why. It's what you need. Right. We don't literally, when someone has a chronic illness, you can't always explain what's going on, right? It is what it is. Because when people feel believed, they don't exploit systems. They engage with them. They stay. They contribute. They thrive when they can. And I think I am a prime example of it, right? At my job.
How long have you been there?
20 years.
Yep.
20 years. And I think about it is that relationship that I have with the people I work with and with administration and district office. And I think that when you build that trust, right? And it goes both ways, something beautiful happens.
Yeah.
That they believe me and I believe them. And we have a dual respect for each other. Yeah. And I so appreciate it because it isn't always easy, right? No. It's not always easy, especially, not that I'm saying any job, is better than the other, but I think when you work with kids and you don't show up as a teacher, right, that day because you can't, a part of us it feels like we're letting them down, right?
Yep.
And that is so challenging being a teacher, is knowing that like my body is not well enough and I can't go to work, but I think about their little faces and all they need from me and how I'm the one that needs to give it to them. Yes, of course we get subs, but so I'm just proud of both of us, Room, that we can find a way to thrive, to have and walk around with gastroparesis, with achalasia, with all the things we have going on, but still thrive and show up and make a difference in our job,
And I do have to say, where I work directly, I'm supported at the level that I'm at. I have the most insanely supportive administrators ever. I'm surrounded by the most supportive team, teachers, psychologists, therapists, you name it. It's the higher ups, it's like, you don't know me. You're just kind of like, this person's got to be abusing the system. You know what I mean? And I think that's the hard part.
It is.
And I even think about people who aren't teachers. Like I think of Anthony's best friend, Matt, who has had a job in the past where he's like, I can do this work, but please God, just let me work from home. And like they fought him so hard on it. And he would go into the office and be physically dying when he could have done that same job from home in the comfort of his own home. Why? What was the point of him sitting in the office? You know what I mean? Just work with. He's trying so hard.
Right,
it's like,
have that compassion and just try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and how would you want to be treated, right?
Right. I think about our friend Jamie, who, when she had breast cancer, like, can you remember all the stuff the people from her job did for her? They held a fundraiser for her. Like, people donated time to her. People, they gave her all this money for like DoorDash and like so supportive. Right. Sometimes it is there.
It is. And it's a beautiful thing when it is.
Can we just copy and paste that to everywhere else?
Copy, paste, and you get it, and you get it, and you get it.
You know what I actually thought about? Is there a way that you and I could go into workplaces and do like these like for HR and like advocate for invisible illnesses? Like, is there a program we could put together where we go into companies and say like, this is what invisible illnesses entail. And here are some policies you could put into place to make things easier for your employees. Like, is there something we could do?
Funny you should ask this. I might be married to HR director.
Maybe he can help us. Maybe he can help us.
It's a great point. All right, Sean O'Reilly, we're going to tap you in and
new project
for you, babe. Let's see.
Project unlocked. Here we go.
I love when we get these little drop-ins.
So
right?
You just witnessed what typically happens to Laura and I when we're talking to each other on our way into work. Is we're like having a conversation, then we're like, oh, idea unlocked. Here we go.
Woo! Let's get it done.
We get so pumped about it. Like right now, I'm like already like, what can we do?
Okay, here we go. And I'm like, okay, let me ask Sean because this is literally his wheelhouse and his world.
And if you're listening to this and you have ideas, send them our way.
Yes, email us.
We are going to put together a program. And if you live far away and you're like, this can't benefit us, we'll do it over Zoom.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Please email us at I'veGotGutsPodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Tell us your thoughts. Is it like, have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Has this even been out there yet?
No, we're about to invent it.
Woo!
Okay.
We are on fire. Well, that is a way to close an episode.
That is a way to close an episode. All right, so before we say goodbye, we need to talk about our sponsor, Cozy Earth. If you are ready to upgrade your sleep, your space, and your everyday comfort, head to CozyEarth.com and use our code IGG at checkout for the best discount you could find out there.
And are you loving the podcast? The best way to show it is by leaving a 5-star rating and a few kind words. It helps us to keep growing and reaching others who need to hear that they're not alone.
And be sure to join our email list. The link to sign up is in the show notes or in our bio on any of our social media platforms. Being a part of our email list is the best way to stay up to date on new episodes, special guests, recipes, book recs, and so much more.
You can also connect with us anytime on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. Just search I've Got Guts Podcast or email us directly, as I've already shared, at I'veGotGutsPodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for being here and for being part of this community. We're so grateful for you.
Keep going,
keep growing,
and always remember, you've got guts.